Yo, what's up guys? How's it going? This is German Fernandez and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to fold this Origami airplane. Alright, so before we start, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet and you would like to, just click the button right here at the top of the screen. Good thing about subscribing is that it'll notify you as soon as I upload a new tutorial, which I pretty much happen to do on a daily basis, so don't miss out and subscribe now. Alright guys, so this is the model we're going to be folding today. As you see, it looks pretty freaking awesome. Not only that, but it flies really good, yo. You just got to make sure to throw it straight upwards, and then it comes back down, does a little loop, and just glides very beautifully. So let's go ahead and start. We're going to need one sheet of paper, and mine's going to measure 11 by 8.5 inches, and yours should as well. So once you got that, let's go ahead and start. So we want to fold this bottom left corner towards this top right side edge, making sure that this edge right here on the left aligns nicely with our top edge. So let's go ahead, take your time and align them as nicely as you can. Like I've mentioned before in other videos, every fold is super important and you should try to get it as accurate as possible. Once you got it nicely aligned, go ahead and crease it down. Once it's nicely creased, we want to go ahead and open it back up. And once you've done that, we want to fold our upper left corner towards our bottom right side edge, making sure that this left side edge right here aligns nicely with the bottom edge. Once they're nicely aligned, go ahead and crease it down. And once it's creased, we're going to go ahead and open it back up. And then what we want to do is flip the piece of paper over. So let's go ahead and do that. Once you've done that, we want to fold this upper left corner towards the end of this crease right here, making sure that this left side edge aligns nicely with this top crease all the way down to the bottom crease. And we're going to be creating crease straight down the middle section right here. So let's go ahead and do that. Once it's nicely aligned, let's go ahead and crease it down. Once it's creased, now we want to go ahead and open this section up and then flip the piece of paper over. And once you do so, I want you guys with your index finger to press this section down. As you'll notice, it will pop upwards. And then we'll push these two ends in, bringing them to the right. Then with our left hand, we're going to go ahead and push this section down so it's flat against the table. Alright, so once you've done that, I'm going to rotate the piece of paper towards the right. And once you've done that, what we want to do is fold this bottom left corner towards the top left corner, making sure that this bottom edge right here aligns nicely with the top edge. So let's go ahead and get those aligned.
I'm not a writer.
Okay.
Once that's aligned, let's go ahead and crease it down. Alright, so once you crease it down, what I want you guys to do is open it back up. And now we're going to cut this section out. So this little crease right here, we're going to go ahead and cut it. So you could use scissors or you could use your hand, which that's exactly what I'm going to be using. So let's go ahead and do that. Alright, so once you cut that out nicely, let's go ahead and set this piece of paper towards the left. We're going to be using it, but just not right now. We're going to be focusing on this right side model. So now what I want you guys to do is fold this corner right here towards the top. And when you do so, you want to make sure that this edge right here aligns nicely with this edge as well. So let's go ahead and take our time and get those nicely aligned. Once they are, let's go ahead and crease it. Once it's nicely creased, let's repeat the same step to this corner. We want to fold it towards the top, making sure that this edge aligns nicely with this one. Once it's nicely aligned, let's go ahead and crease it down. Alright, so once you crease that down nicely, what we want to do next is fold this upper corner right here towards the bottom corner, making sure that this edge aligns nicely with this edge. Once it's nicely aligned, go ahead and crease it down. Alright, so once it's nicely creased down, let's repeat the same steps to the left side. So we want to fold this upper corner towards the bottom corner, and when you do so, you want to make sure that this edge is aligning nicely with this one. Once you got that aligned, let's go ahead and crease it down. So once it's nicely creased, what we want to do next is fold this edge right here towards this middle crease right there that you see. So let's go ahead and get those nicely aligned. Once you've done so, go ahead and crease it. Once it's nicely creased, let's repeat the same steps to the left side. So we want to fold this edge right here towards this middle crease right there. So let's go ahead and do that. Once you've aligned that nicely, go ahead and crease it down. Once it's nicely creased, we're going to open these flaps back up. Alright, so once you've done so, if yours looks like this, then you're doing an excellent job. So now what we want to do is fold this edge right here towards this middle section. So let's go ahead, take our time, align it nicely, and create a crease. Alright, so once it's nicely aligned, let's crease it down. Now let's do the same thing to the left side. So let's go ahead and fold this edge right here towards our middle section. Alright, so once you got that nicely aligned, go ahead and crease it down. Okay, so once you've done that, let's go ahead and flip this back towards the left. And then what we want to do is we want to grab this section, and using our existing folds right here, we're going to go ahead and fold it inwards. So when we do so, we want to pinch these two sides of paper together and bring them in so it forms a little flap. So let me show you again. So we want to bring these two edges together and bring it towards the middle. And when you do so, you want to make sure that your flap has a nice little sharp corner at the end. So take your time, and then once you got that, then just go ahead and fold it towards the top, towards the bottom, and then crease it down. Now let's repeat the same steps to the left side. So we want to fold along those creases, bring it in towards the middle, making sure to create a little flap. So once you do so, like I said, make sure that little flap has a nice little sharp corner. Then fold it towards the top, and then bring it back down, fold it down a little bit again, and then bring it back towards the top. Alright, so once you've done that, let's go ahead and flip over the piece of paper. Alright, so what we want to do now is fold this upper corner downwards as far as it lets you go. And you'll notice it'll stop exactly right here where the crease is located. So once you've done that, make sure it aligns nicely with the middle section, and then just crease it down. Alright, so once it's nicely creased, we're going to go ahead and flip it over. Now for the next step. What we want to do next is fold this corner right here towards the left. And when we do so, we want to make sure that this edge right here aligns nicely with the one on the back. And same thing with the bottom. We want to make sure that this edge aligns with the bottom edge. And you want to pull the wing as further left as you can. And when you do so, you'll notice it'll stop exactly at that corner. So then go ahead and get them aligned. Once they're nicely aligned, just like that, go ahead and crease it down. So once you're done creasing it, let's go ahead and open it back up. And this is what your crease should look like. So if yours looks like this and it's aligned at the same angle as this one, then you did a great job. Now let's repeat the same step we did here, but to the left. So we want to go ahead and create a crease from here to there, pulling our flap as further right as we can, And then we want to make sure that this bottom edge aligns nicely with the back bottom edge. Once it's nicely aligned, let's go ahead and crease it down. Then we're going to open it back up. And then what I want you guys to do is fold straight along this middle section right there, creating a mountain fold. So let's go ahead and do that. When you do so, before you crease it down completely, you want to make sure that these edges right here that I'm about to show you, that these edges align nicely. So go ahead and take your time. Once they're nicely aligned, go ahead and crease it. Okay, so once it's nicely creased, yours should align just like that. And what we want to do next is we want to grab these two bottom flaps. So these two, not just one, two of them. And we want to fold them upwards, making sure that this edge aligns nicely with this edge. So we're only going to be folding them about 1/4 inch. Make sure to get them as identical as you can, because if you don't, then your airplane will fly a little weird. So now we're going to leave one flap folded just like that, and the other one we're going to go ahead and flip it towards the other side using our existing crease, just like that. Then let's open the plane back up, and let's fix my mistake really quick. Let's go ahead and fold these flaps that we just created upwards. So let's go ahead and do that to the other side as well. And once you've done that, once it's nicely creased and both of the wings are facing up, this is what your plane should look like, just like this. So once you've done that, let's move on to the other section. Let's grab that piece of paper we cut out earlier, and what we want to do with that is we want to make sure to fold this bottom left corner towards the top left corner, making sure that this edge aligns nicely with the top edge. When we do so, it'll create a crease straight down the middle. And you're going to notice you're going to have a hard time trying to align that bottom edge against the top one. So what I like to do, what I would recommend, is to first align the left side as good as you can. And I would work 1 inch section at a time, or about 2 inches. So see, so I just did a 1 inch. Now I'm doing about 2. So I align that section, then I crease it down. Then I go and align another inch section and crease it down. And as you see, I slowly work my way towards the right. I've found this to be the best way to do it. I've done it other ways and it just doesn't work as good. So once it's nicely creased, then I'm going to go ahead and open it back up just to show you guys how it's creased straight down the middle. So that's what yours should look like. So let's go ahead and fold it back up. And with the opening facing upwards, we want to go ahead and about, I would say 1/2 inch, we want to go ahead and rip a little line right here down this section. And just about halfway. So let's go ahead and do that. Uh-oh, I got a bug on the table. Hey, bro, get out of here. He's all trying to take the spotlight. Shh, it's my time to shine, bro. Alright, so let's rip it down a little bit, just like that. Alright, so once it's ripped, just like that, what we want to do is fold these flaps downwards, making sure that the top edge aligns with the bottom edge. Alright, so once you crease that down, you want to make sure that these edges align. And then we want to grab one of these little flaps and flip it towards the right side so that it's only halfway open. Okay, so if yours looks just like this, then you did a great job. Now for the next step, we want to go ahead and shove this edge right here towards the inside, towards underneath this little flap right here. So let's go ahead and do that and push it down as further down in there as you can. Alright guys, so that was the final step. So now all you got to do is just go ahead and make sure your wings are all symmetrical, nice and straight, and you know, just prepare your airplane for flight, yo. Alright guys, and a little quick tip before you guys try to make this sucker fly, you want to make sure to throw it straight upwards. And then when you do so, it'll do a little loop and then it'll start gliding beautifully. So alright guys, so that's it. Have fun. Alright guys, well I hope your model turned out great. I hope you guys had fun, and do not forget, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, go ahead and do so by clicking the button right here at the top of the screen. And if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like it. It really helps out my channel and I would really appreciate it. Oh, and by the way, if you'd like to fold any of these designs right here in the bottom of the screen, just go ahead and click them and it'll forward you to the video. Alright guys, well thank you once again for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.